Dr. Yaakob Ibrahim, Chairman of the Mendaki Board of Directors, Madam Molia Hsien, CEO, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very happy to join you tonight for the 30th anniversary of Mendaki. Back in 1982, Malay community leaders, MPs and activists came together in the spirit of gotong royong and formed Mendaki. They were worried about the community's education and socio-economic performance, and they determined to do something about it. So they galvanized the community, roped in volunteers, and mobilized successful members to help the weaker ones. And through their hard work and patient service, they uplifted the entire Malay-Muslim community. Mendaki made education its top priority. The community leaders recognized that this was the single key item critical to the progress of the community. So they launched many initiatives. The Mendaki Tuition Scheme, which started off serving 900 students in 6 tuition centers to more than 8,000 students per year now. They launched the Educational Development Fund and helped more than 15,000 students pay for their education. Mendaki shaped mindsets. The community soon appreciated the importance of education and dedicated themselves to lifelong learning. The community's education performance has improved significantly in these last 30 years. It doesn't matter which indicator you look, there has been progress. Many more are making it at all levels, and recently MOE put out some data which showed that the proportion of Malays going to post-secondary institutions have risen to the highest it has been. And in fact, the progress in the last 10 years was the mostest amongst the Malay community compared to the other communities. So the gap there is narrowing. The socio-economic status of the community has risen as your education has improved. Malays now excel in business, sports, culture, many fields. We saw some of the pictures just now of successful Malays, mature ones and young ones too, in the exhibition before dinner. Incomes, standards of living have gone up. There are still some areas for improvement, but overall the community has done well in a meritocratic environment through your own efforts, and Mendaki has played an important role in this success. Of course, the community has also benefited greatly from the contributions of other MMOs, whether it's the PPIS, whether it's Jamia, whether it's 4PM, whether it's AMP. Each serves and draws on a different segment of the community, but all share the same broad goal: to help the community progress. The CLF, the Community Leaders Forum, is a useful platform to bring together all these efforts and consolidate them and enable all these groups to work with one another. Mendaki is a secretariat for the CLF, and it partners other MMOs to meet the community's needs. And by sharing knowledge and resources, the CLF has made good progress addressing the community's 4 identified priorities: education, youth, family, and employability. And nearly 150,000 people have benefited from the CLF programs. One of them, for example, is called Max Out. Mendaki does it with Jamia Business School and Iron Society to help dropouts through academic and character development programs. So I encourage MMOs as well as volunteers to make full use of what the CLF can do for you and for the community. Build on the successes and sustain the improvements in education and character development, in social economic progress, in jobs. At the same time, address new needs for the community, like skills upgrading, and engage the younger members through CLF labs, for example. There will be friendly competition, and I think some friendly competition is good, but don't allow competition to become rivalries and to split or polarize the community. That would be counterproductive. How MMOs continue to work, I hope that MMOs will continue to work with the government and will support national programs. The government has many schemes to support Mendaki and the MMOs. For example, There are dollar-for-dollar matching donations which are channeled to the Malay-Muslim Community Development Fund and administered by Mendaki on behalf of its institutional MMOs. $1 million is allotted every year through this fund, but the MMOs have not been fully using up this $1 million. I encourage MMOs to make full use of this scheme. The money is there. You need the ideas. You need to raise the matching funds. It can be done. But I think funding must not be and is not on the government side the main constraint. If MMOs can use up fully the matching contributions and you can come up with worthwhile projects and more of them, the government will be happy to increase the amount of the matching grants. So that is an offer, but at the same time, that's a small challenge. Do it. The next few decades will present new opportunities and new challenges. The world is becoming more connected than ever. Globalization will expose us to foreign influences and international competition. And therefore, we have to strengthen our social cohesion and also our competitiveness. And we have to define our shared vision for Singapore's future and work together to realize this vision. Therefore, I welcome the committee chaired by Salim Abdul Qadir, which was formed recently, the Suara Musyawara. As the name implies, the committee will engage the community. The committee will engage the community, draw out ideas, and develop recommendations to strengthen the community for the future, for the next phase. So I encourage the community to cast the net wide, and I encourage the Malay-Muslim organizations and individuals and the whole community to participate in this exercise. In terms of substance, I hope the committee and all the participants will focus on the community's practical issues and pressing needs. What needs to be done? What can be improved? And build on the success and progress of the last 30 years. Recognize what we have achieved, but identify and drive for where we can aim higher. The outcome shouldn't be just a list of issues or even a well-written report, but ultimately also actions and organization by the community to improve things and to help Malay Muslims in Singapore progress further. Mendaki too must prepare itself for the next 30 years and beyond. It organized the 30th anniversary conversation series to discuss the future, and the participants agreed that Mendaki should continue to focus on education, to uplift the community, and to promote greater engagement and collaboration to build stronger relationship and trust. And I agree with this. Education and employability are essential to progress, whether for Malay Muslims or for Singapore. We must push those who are excelling to their fullest potential, mentor them, tutor them, put them on the protege programs. Help those who are average, doing okay, to do better through targeted programs. Ensure that children from disadvantaged families also receive a good education. So we raise the whole pyramid tier by tier. We should also involve the younger members of the community. Mendaki needs to do that, but in fact all MMOs need to do that. Encourage the youth to contribute, for example through Mendaki Club. But groom younger leaders for future leadership positions and progressively renew the leadership so it stays vigorous, in touch, and reflective of the new community. And this way, stay abreast of the times and fulfill the aspirations of the new generation. Thirdly, we should also continue to foster the gotong royong spirit. Self-help and pride is a strength of the community. More Malays are doing well. We should encourage them to give back to society and to help the less fortunate. So the Ridwan Zafir Community Award is a good step is a worthy tribute to Pak Ridwan, who served the community and nation with distinction his whole life, and it will encourage more to come forward to serve the community and serve Singapore. So I congratulate Mendaki on your 30th anniversary. I hope you continue to work with the community to uplift all of us and progress with the country. And I'm confident that Mendaki and the Malay-Muslim community in Singapore will achieve greater heights together. Thank you very much.